Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean. This is UCM Pig's Moto Vlogs. And today we're going to talk about a product that was sent to me by Kemimoto. It's a pair of leather riding gloves. But before we get into that, let me remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always on my channel, if you don't feel like typing words, just leave me an emoji. Let me know you were here. I greatly appreciate that. So Kemimoto sent me a pair of leather riding gloves. Now, before we get started, these are not really winter gloves. We're in the middle of winter right now. Some of you have your bikes put away, and maybe you're thinking about updating your gear for the spring riding season. So these are more geared towards spring, summer, and fall riding. However, I'm the kind of person, I'll wear a glove like this year round. I've actually been wearing these the last couple weeks, and it's been in the 20s and 30s. Now, I only have about a 15-minute commute, and my hands have actually been very comfortable in these gloves. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. So they sent me the gloves. Here they are in this nice little pouch. You open the pouch and we have the pair of gloves. So I ordered these in brown, as you can see. I'll put some B-roll in here of me wearing the gloves and some different things. You can see different angles on out in the sunlight, how they look. But I really like the way these gloves look. They are a clean, classic motorcycle glove. Sometimes some of the gloves that we have out there for us, they have more of an off-road look or a motocross look. And maybe you're looking for more of a classic, cruiser, touring style glove. And that's what I like about this glove. And I chose brown, kind of mixing it up. They have the Kemimoto logo on it, but it's very small. It doesn't stand out. Just a clean look on the glove. All right, so let's talk about some of the features Kemimoto would like me to mention about these gloves. They are a stay comfortable glove. And basically what that means is these are sheepskin leather. Now, there is a label on the inside, and it says that they are 95% leather and 5% polyester. What I think's going on here is there's some polyester piping, and on the inside of the glove, there is a lining on the top of your hand that kind of holds in place a little bit of armor here in the knuckles, a little bit of padding, and on top of the fingers. So I think that might be the polyester that it's referring to, because on the palm on the inside, it's obvious the backside is leather. One of the first things I noticed about these gloves as soon as I opened the pouch, and this is not something you hear every day on a review, it's the smell. These things smell fantastic. They smell like a brand new baseball mitt. If you've ever smelled that before, that's one of the, in my opinion, one of the nicest smells. Makes your hands smell nice. I leave them in my tour pack. Just got a great smell to them. And actually, I'm going to treat these like a baseball mitt. I am going to go ahead and soften them up some more. They are super soft now, going back to that stay comfort. When you put your hands inside these gloves, nice silky smooth, soft leather on the inside, a little bit of polyester on top, nice fit. They feel great, no rough edges, no seams poking you, a very good feeling glove. Another feature I want to point out is the non-slip grip. The palm, because of the stitching and some of the on the leather, you can see there's a little bit of some grip on there. They advertise as a non-slip grip, and I'll agree with that. I've been wearing these for 2 weeks. I've had zero slippage riding the bike. Working the clutch, working the brake, on the throttle. Very easy to handle my controls, as I mentioned. It's a thin glove. Or maybe I didn't mention that. One of the reasons I don't wear winter gloves a lot is because they're bulky sometimes, and I don't feel I can feel my controls. With these, I have no problems with feeling my controls. Another feature they have, if you'll notice on the side of the gloves, there is a little bit of flexibility on the sides. The way that leather is stitched, it kind of stretches a little bit to help when you're controlling, using your controls and stuff. The glove seems to work with your hand and doesn't really bind. Now, another feature that these gloves have is this nice Velcro closure to cinch it up around your wrist, and as I mentioned, the snap, so you can snap them together, so when you place them in your tour pack or your saddlebag, you don't lose a glove. But also on the fingertips, on the index and the thumb, you have these touch pads. Now, these touch pads will allow you to manipulate, a touch screen. Your smartphone, your GPS. Now, I do not recommend monkeying with your phone when you're riding. I don't think these things are intended to send somebody a text message. It's more for selecting an app, maybe zooming in on your map. I've found the touch point to be right on the tip. Now, if you'll notice, I have a little bit of slop on my fingers. That's because of the fitment. We'll talk a little bit about that fitment here. All right, so let's talk about this fitment a little bit. On their Amazon page, they have a chart, and you can measure your hand, basically the circumference of your palm, and then from the bottom of your palm to the tip of your middle finger. You can get some measurements, and it'll tell you what size of glove you will need. It also says, once you've determined the size, just go ahead and order one size larger. Now, I really don't like that, and here's why. Just adjust your scale. If you want me to order one size larger, make my measurements an extra large in my case, because I've measured out as a large. I went ahead and ordered an extra large. Now, I do know leather sometimes will draw up, especially once I start riding them in weather and they get wet and heat and stuff, they may draw up some. But right now my problem is, and one of the things that I don't like about the gloves is the fitment. They fit great here around my palm, but the problem is I have a lot of play, especially here on my index finger. As you can see, I have a lot of extra room down there, which kind of wreaks havoc with using these touch pads. When I touch with the tip of my finger, which is about middle of the touch pad, I get zero response from the device. I have to bring it all the way up to the tip, and my finger's not there, and it's a little awkward feeling. So I think maybe once I get these, and actually I'm going to try it over the next couple weeks, and we'll do an update in one of my videos. I'm going to get these wet, wear them for a little while, then dry them out, and then rub them down with linseed oil, and see if I can get these fingers to tighten up just a little bit and allow me a little more control with those touch pads. I haven't had good luck with these in the past. This is a little different. We'll see how it goes, but again, the intent is not, I don't think the intent is to be able to text someone and use your mini keypad on your phone. It's more to open an app, zoom in, things like that, zoom in on your GPS to be able to answer a phone call, things like that. Because again, we don't want to be monkeying with our phones. So keep that in mind when you're ordering. I honestly would have probably been better off with a large, but we'll see what happens as these things wear. So that's that with my new Kemimoto gloves. I really like them. Like I said, I can't think of really a whole lot of negative things to say about them. I mean, it's a pair of gloves. I will mention, I said these are geared, and it comes right from their Amazon listing. They're more of a summer glove, but like I said, I have been wearing these for 2 weeks in temperatures down into the 20s. My hands are cold, not painfully cold, but again, only about a 15-minute ride. But the one thing I've noticed is I don't feel the wind. My previous pair of gloves were a pair of textiles. That's what I typically would wear, is a mesh textile type glove. You can feel the wind in those and your fingers get cold. I don't feel any wind coming in around the seams, so it seems to block the wind off my hands, which leather's known to do. But if you're looking for a really inexpensive pair of good looking riding gloves, go check out, I'll put a link below for these. They're around $24. I mean, it's Christmas time. We're days away from Christmas. Something to spend that gift card on. Or use those Amazon points. Get yourself a pair of nice spring, summer riding gloves. So we'll take a look at these again as the year goes on. When we get into the summer, maybe I'll do a follow-on video. So that's it. My screen just blinked out. That means the video's over. So until we talk again, you guys be careful. You guys be safe. Always keep your shiny side up. And we'll talk to you next time.